here today at 80 Main Street, the old Ossining Elks Lodge. We're here today to do department training. Right now we're breaking it down. We have a lot of members here this morning, so we're going to be breaking down into about 4 different groups. Each group is going to be taking on tasks as far as roof operations, forcible entry, and hose line advancement. The first step is, right now we have our training officer, Assistant Chief Scarduzio. We have our accountability for all our members that will be working with us today. We're going to be checking in with our command post, and as I mentioned, we're going to be breaking down into groups. Well, at that time we have members at each station. They're going to just go over training as far as our basic, we call it back to basics. We got your roof ground ladders. We're going to be doing roof cutting. So if you have to do ventilation on a roof, if you have a big fire up in the second floor or in the attic area, we're going to be cutting holes in the roof. We have multiple areas of this roof. There's a nice flat roof in the rear of the building, and also have peak roofs also.
This is a command post. Usually the incident commander is here. We may have someone to assist them. It's an area where we use to identify what units are where at the place of incident. Breaching walls in the event they were trapped in a room and they can't get out through the fire where they entered. We're breaching walls so they can go from one room into the next room. This is firefighter survival training. Breaching, if we have 16 studs, 16 inches on center, we can still get through that without having to take the stud itself out. These walls here in the Elks Lodge are plaster and lapping, and they're a little more difficult to breach. When they're coming up to do a search, the first team in looking for any possible victims.
Oh, we got a door right here. We're gonna go up.
They stay with each other, left hand on the wall. See, they work the wall, they swing out into the middle of the floor looking for people. Swing to the center, feel for victims in the middle. Stay on the wall though. Yep. They're staying together so they don't lose each other. The truck companies, those are the ladder companies. They're cutting the roof. The purpose of cutting a roof is to relieve the smoke and heat, the high temperature, so that the firefighters that are on the hose line have some visibility, even though it'll still be limited. It removes most of the heat. When we do ventilate, we ventilate over the fire, because if we were to ventilate in any other area but over the fire or close to the fire, it's going to act as a chimney, and it'll cause a draft, and it'll pull that fire to the hole, which we don't want to do, especially if we put a hole in the ceiling on the opposite side of the building where the fire is not located. It'll draw the water. This roof really isn't too bad of a roof to penetrate. Sometimes we'll go to a structure where we have a fire and we have to ventilate, and we'll have 2 or 3 roofs. Sometimes they're metal roofs underneath the regular asphalt shingles. Some of the hazards we face nowadays in modern building structures, we have lightweight truss for roofing. Lightweight truss on roofing makes it difficult for limited manpower on the roof to ventilate, and also for fire spread. We're very cognitive nowadays of what the roof structure is made of. Stay together, stay together. You gotta stay together. You gotta move up. You gotta stay with the house and nozzle guy. You gotta move the nozzle guy. Come on, you're losing your nozzle guy. Do that, drop that. You don't care with your nozzle guy. Feel for the hose, follow the hose. Feel for the hose.
Grab that hose.
Right now, the engine company is searching for where the seat of the fire is. They made the second floor. We have one team doing search for a missing person. The engine company right now is actually searching for the fire. So there's no fire in this room. They're going to back out and go into another room.
Come on, come on. left. To your left. Time left. Go ahead. Search that room. Let's go. Let's go, guys. What you got? Good job, kid. Good job, Richie. Good job.
Firefighter breached the wall, was trapped in the other room, got out. That's what they did. Now, as you can see where difficulty is the lathing and the plaster on these older buildings. He's waiting for his partner. We go in as a team, 2 in and 2 out. Because they have to do a low profile
Good job,
exchange,
man.
they put their air cylinder out first. They're usually still on air. They squeeze through the studs and they make exit.
Good job, guys. Right?
Good.